Welcome to Funny and Motivate English. I'm Vincent,
Hey everyone, Jenny here.
and we're ready for a deep dive into something you probably do without even thinking.
Right. Like so automatic.
But you know what?
What?
There's a lot more to it
Oh yeah,
than meets the eye.
for sure.
You know how most people hold babies on their left side?
Yeah.
Turns out that's not just a coincidence.
Really?
There's actually decades of research on this, going back to the 1960s.
Seriously?
We've got a stack of fascinating studies here, and we're going to break down not just the what, but the why behind this surprisingly common behavior.
Cool. Let's do it.
All right, so
Yeah.
first up,
Mm-hmm.
the hard numbers.
Okay.
Across 40 studies,
Wow, that's a lot.
between 66 and 72% of people
Okay.
prefer the left arm for baby holding.
Interesting.
Even more interesting,
What's that?
right-handed people clock in at a whopping 74%.
Whoa, okay.
What do you think that is?
Well,
Like initially I was like, oh, right-handed people just want to keep their dominant hand free.
right, to do stuff. Like all the stuff you gotta do.
Makes sense.
But the fact that it's so many people,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of handedness,
Yeah.
that favor the left, it makes me think
Yeah.
there's gotta be something more to it.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, you're right. It's tempting to just say, oh, it's just practical.
Totally.
But the research shows there might be a much more interesting explanation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it all has to do with how our brains are wired.
Okay. I was kind of hoping you would say that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because I'm fascinated by how our bodies reflect our emotions.
Oh, for sure.
So hit me with the brain stuff.
All right. So emotions are mainly processed in the right side of our brain,
Okay.
which controls the left side of the body.
Gotcha.
So when you hold a baby on your left, you're bringing them into your left visual field.
Okay.
And that visual information goes directly to the right hemisphere of your brain,
Uh-huh.
essentially linking the baby to your emotional control center,
So it's like creating a direct line to your heart.
literally and figuratively.
Yeah. It's amazing to think
Right.
that something so simple can
Yeah.
have such a deep connection to our neurology.
Well, and it makes you wonder
Yeah.
if there's like an evolutionary advantage to this.
Totally.
Think about mothers especially.
Yeah.
They carry their baby for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
They've already formed such a strong bond.
Right.
Holding the baby on the left might intensify those feelings even more,
For sure.
making it easier to respond to the baby's needs
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately, enhancing their survival.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense.
Now that you mention it, I remember reading about studies that showed that babies respond differently
Oh, really?
depending on which side they're held on.
Oh, wow.
They actually seem to show more engagement
Ah,
and positive responses when held on the left.
interesting.
And it goes even further than that.
Oh, yeah.
Researchers compared this baby holding data
Mm-hmm.
to studies on hugging.
Okay.
And they found that men who were uncomfortable hugging other men tended to hug from the left side,
That's so interesting.
almost as if those stronger negative emotions are amplified by that left side connection.
Yeah. Wow.
So what you're saying is something as seemingly mundane as which arm we use to hold a baby could actually be a window into our emotional state
Yeah.
and how we connect with others,
Absolutely. It shows that we're constantly communicating.
even without words.
Our bodies, our choices,
Yeah.
even holding a baby
Yeah.
can say a lot about our subconscious feelings
Wow.
and the dynamics of our relationships.
That's incredible.
It is.
It makes you think twice about all those little actions we do every day
Mhm.
without even realizing the
Yeah.
deeper meaning behind them.
It really is fascinating.
So what stands out to you the most from all this?
I think for me, the biggest takeaway is the power of the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Like, we often think we're these like rational beings, but really so much of our behavior is
Mm.
driven by these deep-seated instincts and these biological processes that we're not even aware of.
Definitely a humbling thought, for sure.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what other hidden meanings
All right.
are behind our everyday actions.
Yeah, what else are we doing without realizing?
I know, right? Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
We hope this sparked some curiosity
Yeah.
and maybe even changed the way you look at how people interact with babies.
Or how you hold them.
Don't forget to subscribe to Funny and Motivate English for more fascinating deep dives into the world around us.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.